بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطالبات شهادة الثانوية العامة قسم رياضيات لغات، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اليوم سنتناول مراجعة عامة أخرى على مادة الجبر and solid geometry. Welcome my dear student in our math program for secondary 3. Today we are taking general revision about algebra and solid geometry. My dear student, equation of a sphere, equation of a straight line, very important two lessons. Equation of straight lines, we have more equations. The first equation is called vector equation. Second, parametric equation. Third is called Cartesian equation. Equation of a straight line must be A plus TD. R vector equals A plus TD. Very important, my dear student, two substitution about R, X, Y, Z. A, X1, Y1, Z1, and D vector A, B, C to find parametric equation and Cartesian equation. My dear student, look at the first example about general revision. If the line x minus 2 over 2 equals y minus 3 over 3 equals z minus 12 over 5 pass through point A for A, B, passes through the point A for A, B. Then the value of A plus B equals what? 16, 17, 23, and 19. What do you mean, my dear student? Straight line passes through the point for A, B. By substitution about x equals 4, y equals A, z equals B, to calculate the value of A and value of B, then add A plus B. Before we choose the correct answer, look at by using substitution 4 minus 2 over 2 equals A minus 3 over 3 equals B minus 12 over 5 equals T. Therefore, look at the first fraction, 4 minus 2 over 2 equals 1. Then T equals 1. By taking A minus 3 over 3 equals 1, then A minus 3 equals 3. Therefore, A equals 6. This is the value of 6. By using the same method, B minus 12 equals 5, B equals 17. What is the A plus B? A plus B, my dear student, 6 plus 17 equals what? 23. Then the correct answer is 23. Another example. If negative 2 over C, 1 over C are direction cosine of a straight line in space, then the value of C equals what? Positive or negative 2, positive or negative 3, positive or negative 4, positive or negative 5. My dear student, what do you mean direction cosine? We know that cosine power 2 theta x plus cosine power 2 theta y plus cosine power 2 theta z equals what? X and student equals 1. After that, to calculate the value of C, we simplify the answer. Look at, before we choose the first power 2 plus second power 2 plus third power 2 must be equals 1. Then 4 over C squared plus 4 over C squared plus 1 over C squared equals 1. Then, my dear student, C squared equals what? Equals 9. My dear student, C equal what? Positive or negative? 3. Then, from the choice, multi-choice, then C equal positive or negative 3. Remember, my dear student, what you mean direction cosine? Cosine power 2 theta x plus cosine power 2 theta z plus cosine power 2 theta y must be equals 1. This is very important rule. My dear student, if two straight lines L1 x equals 2t minus 1, y equals t plus 1, z equals t minus 1, and second line parametric x equals at minus 1, y equal 2t plus 1, z equal bt minus 1 are parallel, then a plus b equals what? My dear student, choose the correct answer: 4, 5, 6, or 3. What you mean, my dear student, two straight lines are parallel? Two straight lines are parallel if a1 over a2 equals b1 over b2 equals c1 over c2. But if two straight lines are perpendicular, what you mean? a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 equals 1 equals 0. a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 equals 0 must be equal 0 when two straight lines are perpendicular, means d1 dot d2 or scalar product must be equal 0. a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 equals 0. But when two straight lines are parallel, then we deduce, what is the rule? a1 over a2 equals b1 over b2 equals c1 over c2. In this example, my dear student, we have two lines. The first, x equal to t minus 1, y equal t plus 1, z equal t minus 1. Then, my dear student, before we choose the correct answer, look at the first, a1 over a2 equal b1 over b2 equal c1 over c2 by using cross multiplication. A equal 4, y 2 over a equal 1 over 2, then a equal 4. By the same method, b equals 2, 1 over 2 equal 1 over b. Then the value of a plus b from multiplies equal 6. A plus b, 4 plus 2. Direction cosine of a straight line passing through 2 points, 4, 3, negative 5, and negative 2, 1, negative 8 is negative 2, 1, negative 8, 6, 2, 3, 6 over 7, 2 over 7, 3 over 7, or negative 6 over 7, 2 over 7, negative 3 over 7. My dear student, we have 2 points A and B. At the first, we find the direction vector. Look at direction vector subtraction B minus A equals 6, 2, 3. Also, find norm of D. Norm of D, square root, first power 2 plus second power 2 plus third power 2. 6 power 2 plus 3, 2 power 2 plus 3 power 2. Then by divided each component by the norm D. Then the correct answer 6, 2, 3. Look at, my dear students, the coordinates of the point where the line passing through 5, 1, 6 and 6, 4, 1 intersect YZ plane. Choose the correct answer. 0, 14, 31, 0, negative 14, 31, 0, negative 14, negative 31, 14, 0, 13. What is the required? Coordinates of point where the passing through 2 points 5, 1, 6 and 6, 4, 1 intersect YZ plane. Look at the first direction vector by subtraction 6 minus 5, 1, 4 minus 1, 3, 1 minus 6, negative 5. Let the point 0, YZ. Y because lies intersect in YZ plane. Intersect YZ plane means x equals 0. Therefore, R vector 6, 4, 1 plus T 1, 3, negative 5. From the first equation, T equals negative 6. The point must be equals what? 0, negative 14, and 31 after by substitution about T negative 6. Surface area of a sphere whose equation equals x squared, y squared, z squared minus 2x equals 3. Choose the correct answer. 8 by, 4 by, 16 by, 3 by. Surface area of a sphere whose equation x squared plus y squared plus z squared minus 2x equals 3. What you mean, my dear student? Surface area of a sphere 4 pi r square. What is the r? I don't know. But from equation of a sphere, find the center. What is the center of a sphere? 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0. Then find the value of r equals what? Equals 2. Why? Because r equals square root L power 2 plus m power 2 plus n power 2 minus d. Look at solution. Before C negative 1, 0, 0, r equals 2. Then area 4 by r power 2 equals what? Equals 16 by. Therefore, this area of a sphere. The length of a diameter of a sphere. Remember, length of a diameter of a sphere of its equation x squared plus y squared plus z squared minus 4kx plus 4y minus 8z plus 2k equals 0 equals what? 4 root 5. Where k belongs to r positive, then what is the value of k? Choose the correct answer. K equals 2, k equal half, k equal 3 over 2, k equal 2/3. Remember, my dear student, length of diameter 4 root 5. What is r? 2 root 5. What is the rule of r? Square root L square plus m square plus n square minus d. What do you mean L square plus m square plus k square? This is the component of centers. At the first, what is the center of a sphere? Negative 4k over negative 2, 2k. 4 over negative 2, negative 2. Negative 8 over negative 2, 4. This is the center of a sphere. After that, by using the rule of radius length, r equals square root L power 2 plus m power 2 plus n power 2 minus d. What is the value of d? 2k. Look at, my dear student, center 2k minus 2, 4. Then this r power 2 equals L power 2, m power 2 plus k power 2 minus d. This rule of radius power 2. Radius power 2. Remember, diameter equal 4 root 5. R equal 2 root 5 for all power 2. Then the left hand side equals what? Therefore, my dear student, left hand side became 20 equals 4k square plus 4 plus 16 minus 2k. Then 4k power 2 minus 2k must be equal 0. Then k may be equal 0, but this wrong. or k equals 1 over 2. Then the correct answer 1 over 2. If the point negative 2 for m lies on the sphere x plus 2 for all power 2 plus y minus 1 for all power 2 plus z minus 3 for all power 2 equals 25. Then one value of m, remember, one value of m equals, choose the correct answer, 6, 7, 8, 9. At the first, my dear student, if the point negative 2 for m lies on sphere, what you mean? The value of x, negative 2, value of y for value of z, m. By substitution about x, y, z to calculate the value of m. Before we choose the correct answer, look at clearly the solution by substitution about x, y, z. Then we have 3 power 2 plus m minus 3 for all power 2 equals 25. M minus 3 for all power 2 equals what? 25 minus 9 equals what? Equals 16. Then m minus 3 for all power 2 equals 16, or m minus 3 must be equal positive or negative 4. But in this case, we take 4 only. Then m equals 7. Why? Because, my dear student, the correct answer in this case 7. M minus 3 equal negative 4. If m minus 3 equal negative 4, then m equals 1. But 1 is not fine. It's 1 of the value of m must be equal 7. Then the value or correct answer of m, 7. If ABC is a triangle whose its vertices A 1, 2, 3, B 0, 1, 2, C 2, 1, 2, then the length of median drawn from A equals space length unit root 2, 2 root 2, 5, 10. My dear student, what do you mean median? Drawn from A. Median line segment from A to midpoint of BC. Then we have find, or we must find, midpoint of BC. What is the midpoint of BC? x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2, z1 plus z2 over 2, 0 plus 2 over 2, 1, 1 plus 1, 2 over 2, 1, 2 plus 2 over 2, 4 over 2 equals 2. This midpoint of what? BC. What is the length of median? Line segment between A and midpoint by using distance. What is the rule of distance? Square root. x2 minus x1 for all power 2 plus y2 minus y1 for all power 2 plus z1 minus z2 for all power 2. This is the length of line segment of the median. Before we choose, look at midpoint of BC, 1, 1, 2. Then the length of median by using rule equals what? In this case, by using calculator root 2. Measure of angle between two straight lines, x equals 0, y equals z, the first line, second line, y equals 0, x equals z. Choose the correct answer, 45 degrees, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, or 70 degrees. Look at, my dear student, we have cosine theta equals d1 d2, or absolute over norm d1 d2. By using substitution, then cosine theta equals half. What is the measure of theta? Shift cosine 1 over 2 equals 60 degrees. Then the correct answer, we choose 60 degrees. Remember, my dear student, if we have two lines and the required, find the measure between two lines. What is the rule? Cosine theta, absolute d1 d2 over norm d1 norm d2. In this case, cosine theta equals 1 over 2, then theta equals 60 degrees. My dear student, look at the number z equals k plus k root 3i. It's a complex number. We have real and imagined. What is the real? K. What is the imagined? K root 3. Where k is positive in expansion form is exponential function or exponential form equals 2k e power third by I or 2k e power half by I or 4e power 1 over 6 by I or 4k e power third by I. Remember, my dear student, in complex number we have x and y, real and imagined. X in this case equal k. Remember, k is positive. And y, k root 3, also positive. Then this complex number lies in the first quadrant from 0 to pi over 2 or from 0 to 90. At the first, we find r, square root x k power 2 plus k root 3 power 2. After that, we find tan theta or angle theta. This amplitude equal shift tan y over x equal root 3. By using calculator, find theta, then we find or we form the complex number by using exponential form. Before we choose the correct answer, look at, my dear student, x equal k, y equal k root 3. What you mean? R. What is the R? Square root k squared plus k root 3 for all power 2 equals what? 2k. Why? 2k means k squared plus 3k squared under square root 2k. Then, my dear student, this is a radius. Therefore, theta shift tan k root 3 over k equals 60 by over 3. Then, what is the value of z in form exponential form? Choose the correct answer. Then correct answer must be 2k e power third by I. Remember, my dear student, complex number z equals r multiply cosine theta plus I sine theta. This is in the form or in trigonometric form, but in this case in exponential form. Must z equals r e power theta I. What is the theta? 60. 60 means third by or pi over 3. What is r? 2k. What is the rule of r? Square root x squared plus y squared. Square root x squared plus y squared equal 2k. And find theta by using shift tan y over x. And remember, this complex number lies in the first quadrant. Why? Because x is positive, y also is positive. Then z equals 2k e power third by I. My dear student, don't forget the last unit, determinant and matrices, very important. We have multiplicative inverse of matrix if we have determinant not equal 0. Don't forget, my dear student, also complex number z equals r multiply cosine theta plus I sine theta in trigonometry form. But in exponential form, z equals r e power theta I. And don't forget, my dear student, if x more than 0, y more than 0, then the complex number lies on first quadrant. But x equal negative, y positive, then z lies in second quadrant. Second quadrant means equals, we added theta. But in third quadrant, x must be negative, y must be negative. Also, the fourth quadrant, x is positive, y is negative, not added by to the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. By the end of the lesson, my dear student, I am very happy to spend such time with you. Thank you. Goodbye.